Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 15, improvement in food resources. Dear student, last time we learned about the animal husbandry. Today we are going to learn about the poultry farming, egg and broiler production. We will learn about the beekeeping. So we will start. Poultry farming. Poultry farming is undertaken to raise domestic fowl for the egg production and the chicken meat. Okay. So what is the purpose of poultry farming is what? Poultry farming is undertaken to raise the domestic fowl for egg production and the chicken meat. This is the main important. Egg production and for the chicken meat for poultry farming is done. Therefore, improved poultry breeds are developed and farmed to produce layers for egg and broilers for the meat. So here broilers are raised for the meat as well as layers of egg. This is the one breed of the bird which will give the more and more eggs, more a commercial production of egg. Layers for the eggs are developed. Okay, so improved poultry breeds are developed and farmed due to the produce layers for the egg for the commercial production of more egg and broiler for the meat. The crossbreeding program between the Indian, that is indigenous, for example asil, and foreign exotic, for example leghorn breed for the variety improvement are focused to develop the new variety for the following desirable traits. We know that, dear student, whenever we do the crossbreeding between the two plant or the animal, then we get the good variety of the traits. So the crossbreeding program between the Indian, that is the indigenous, for example asil, and foreign exotic, that is leghorn, okay, breeds for variety improvement are focused on to develop new variety for the following desirable traits. First, number and quality of chicks. Okay, so number and quality of the chicks are increased. Dwarf broiler parent for the commercial chick production. So small broiler parent for the commercial chick production, okay, because it gives the 100% progeny. Summer adaptation capacity, tolerance to high temperature. Okay, so summer adaptation capacity or tolerance to the high temperature. Low maintenance requirements. Fourth is the low maintenance requirement. Fifth, reduction in the size of egg laying bird with the ability to utilize more fibrous, cheaper diets formulated using the agriculture by the product. So fifth is the important, reduction in the size of the egg laying bird. Okay, size of the egg laying bird, reduction in the size of egg laying bird with ability to utilize more fibrous, cheaper diet. So here you concentrate cheaper diet formulated using the agriculture by the product, and you concentrate here reduction in the size of egg laying birds. Egg and broiler production. Broiler chickens are fed with the vitamin rich supplementary feed for the good growth rate and better feed efficiency. Okay, so broiler chickens which are raised to get the meat are fed with the vitamin rich supplementary feed for the good growth rate and the better feed efficiency. Okay, as we need nutrients, the animal and plant also need the nutrients. Care is taken to avoid the mortality and to maintain the feathering and the carcass quality. Okay, so care is taken that the particular breed should not die. Okay, care is taken to avoid the mortality, to maintain the feathering and carcass quality, means what happen after death, what is the quality of the particular broiler. They are produced as a broiler and sent to market for the meat purpose. Okay, they are produced as a broilers and sent to market for the meat purpose. For good production of the poultry bird, good management practice are important. These include the maintenance of temperature, hygienic condition in housing and poultry feed, as well as prevention and control of disease and pest. Okay, so for the good production of poultry birds, good management practices are important, because ultimately when we depend on the animal for the food requirement, then what the particular animals are there, it should be disease free. Okay, so these include the maintenance of temperature, hygienic condition in the housing, poultry feed, as well as prevention and control of disease and pest. The housing, nutritional and environmental requirements of broilers are somewhat different from those of the egg layers. Okay, so they are different from the egg layers. The housing and nutritional environmental requirement of the broilers are somewhat different from those of the egg layers. Okay, egg layers are those type of the birds are there, they are only raised to get the commercially egg. The ration daily food requirement for the broiler is protein rich with the adequate fat. The level of vitamin A and K is kept high in the poultry feeds. The ration daily food requirement for broiler is protein rich with the adequate fat. Okay. So whatever daily food requirements are there for the broiler is protein rich with the adequate fat. The level of vitamin A and K is kept high in the poultry feeds. Two proteins are important. Vitamin A and K is kept high in the poultry feed. Poultry fowl suffer from a number of diseases caused by the virus, bacteria, fungi, parasite, as well as from the nutritional deficiency. So we are also suffering from the different type of disease because of what? Virus, bacteria, fungi, parasite, as well as from the nutritional deficiency, as well as poultry fowl is also suffering from the different type of disease. Okay, parasites means what? The organism which get the nutrition outside of the body or the inside of the body of the host, that is called the parasites. These necessitate proper cleaning, sanitation and spraying of disinfectants and regular intervals. So nowadays the culture is different type of culture is developed, okay, and people are following the Western thought. So initially what happened, India is considered as the country in which the more vegetarians are there. Now so many people are there, they are non-vegetarian. So at that time, if their food habit is depend on the animals, at that time it is necessary for the proper cleaning, sanitation, spraying of disinfectant at the regular intervals. Appropriate vaccination can prevent the occurrence of infectious disease and reduce the loss of poultry during an outbreak of the disease. Okay, so vaccination is very important in human. Vaccination is important. Same way, the vaccination is also important in the poultry fowl. Appropriate vaccination can prevent the occurrence of infectious disease and reduce the loss of poultry during the outbreak of the disease. Beekeeping. Honey is widely used and therefore beekeeping for the making the honey has become agriculture enterprise. Okay, so honey is very important in that more amount of carbohydrate, protein, okay, minerals are present. Honey is widely used and therefore beekeeping for the making honey has become an agriculture enterprise. Since beekeeping needs low investment, farmer use it as an additional income generating activity. Okay, beekeeping is what? In that no need to do extra investment. Okay, so additional income generating activity, and for that what happen, farmer can invest the money. Since beekeeping needs low investment, farmer use it as an additional income generating activity. In addition to honey, the beehives are source of wax which is the used in the various medicinal preparations. So in the honey, wax is also produced and it is very useful for the various medicinal preparations. The local variety of bees used for the commercial honey production are Apis cerna indica, commonly known as Indian bee, A. doshata, the rock bee, and the A. flore, the little bee. So here we have some types of the bee. The variety of the bees are there. The local variety of the bee used for the commercial honey production are Apis cerna indica, that is commonly known as the Indian bee, A. doshata, the rock bee, and the A. flore, the little bee. The Italian bee have the high honey collection capacity. They sting somewhat less. Okay, the Italian bee have the high honey collection capacity as well as they sting somewhat less. So when it sting, at that time it send the one long chain of amino acid or protein, that is called the long chain of amino acid, that is called the maltine, and because of that reason the irritation is started. They stay in the given beehive for the long period and breed very well. For commercial honey production, bee farms or apiaries are established. Okay, so here what happened, whatever the Italian bees are there, they sting somewhat less. They stay in the given beehive for the long period and breed very well. For commercial honey production, bee farms or apiaries are established. The value or quality of honey depend upon the pasturage or the flower available to the bees for nectar and pollen collection. So value of quality of honey depends on the pasturage or it depends upon the flower available to the bees for nectar and the pollen grains. The value or quality of honey depend upon the pasturage or the flower available to the bees for the nectar and pollen collection. In addition to adequate quantity of pasturage, the kind of flowers available will determine the taste of the honey. So taste of the honey depend upon the type of the flower. Okay. In addition to adequate quantity of pasturage, the kind of flower available will determine the taste of the honey. So dear student, today we learn about the poultry farming, egg and broiler production, as well as we learn about the beekeeping. This is all about the today's portion. If you like my video, then like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.